Right now, over here in the United Kingdom, we're suffering really badly with plummeting temperatures. And as many people know, of course, because I've mentioned it, I know a lot on this show, but it's something I'm really passionate about, is the axing of the winter fuel allowance. Now, I don't think that the whole structure was right, truly, because people who were very wealthy, multimillionaires of a certain age, were receiving it, and they openly admitted they didn't need it and would send it back or donate it to charity. But it was the way that it was sort of, set up to frighten people into suddenly, realizing that they were going to be cut off from heat and all that sort of stuff. It's terrifying if you're old, you're on a pension, and this is your only way of keeping warm, this is your income, that sort of stuff. Now, the reason why I made this quick video is it's just really a plea to anybody who's living in the United Kingdom, wherever you are, the wonderful land of Scotland, Ireland, Wales, all that sort of stuff, right down to Devon, anywhere in the United Kingdom. Because over here in London on the social media feed, I keep seeing these things from City Westminster, which is the Westminster Council, right? Tips to keep warm this winter. Now, it's absolutely disgusting when you think that the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, literally, he's going on podcasts talking about his favourite foods rather than dealing with the issue in hand. If you've got time to do that, you're not very busy, are you? You understand? But this is the Mayor always grandstanding and always falling short on what we require here in the heart of London. But this is really from me to you, to anybody who thinks they can possibly help, because if you do live near people that you know are of a certain age, maybe a little bit elderly and a little bit frightened, and they're mobile and willing to do this and they feel safe, I'm not suggesting you do this independently. Be careful, because things can be misconstrued the other way. But if you feel like you can go knock on their door, do check on them and make sure that they have whatever they need, whether it be a few tins of soup, some bread, that sort of stuff. And if possible at all, and if they like the idea of this and they live close or maybe a couple of doors away, if you've got heating and you can afford to put it on, why not invite them round for a couple of hours? Just even if they're just sitting watching the telly, dozing off with a pot of tea, it doesn't matter, does it? It's about being kind to each other. If the government, the people that apparently are supposed to protect and look after us all, are not willing to do it, then we have to do it ourselves. Now, I'm no saint, trust me, but I do like to look out for people, and I do like to think, what could you do? And when you look back, and as everybody really knows on the show, I'm a huge history buff and I love it, and I see what people did in the war. Side of it is that, I have been able to take things round, and flasks and bottles and stuff like that. Just check in on people, because it means a lot. And more importantly, if they've been on their own all day, not putting the heating on and getting depressed, we don't want that. We've got to keep our spirits up. Get a bit of Dunkirk spirit behind you. And if you can, as I say, and I'm not asking you to do it if it's not your cup of tea, but if you know somebody who's a little bit vulnerable, do at least check in, knock on the door and say, is there everything all right? Even sometimes just drop it in a magazine. Doesn't have to be a brand new one or a newspaper. Gives them something to do, gives them something to look at, and hopefully they feel they've connected with somebody that day. It's good to be kind. Anybody else agree? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.